Good morning, good day, flirters. It's Thursday. I'm Katora. This week's topic is on gender roles. Thank you, Amanda, for choosing my topic. I think when I was thinking of this topic, I was like, oh, where does gender roles stand in 2013? Um, so, does gender roles still exist? Yeah. Um, Amanda's video, she described like gender roles and kind of like the basics of gender roles. So I'm gonna give my opinion on it. I think gender roles exist if you're gonna use the terms woman and man. Um, Female and male is obviously like what you're born as, and man and woman are labels that come with gender roles. Um, I believe if you're going to use the terms man or woman, then you should fulfill, you know, the roles that go with that term. If you don't want to be associated with that, then you should call yourself a female or a lady or whatever you want to call yourself, but that label comes with roles. That's how it's always been in our society. I believe that there are a lot of benefits and disadvantages to those roles. Women in middle class, upper middle class, um, were affected by gender roles differently. They didn't feel like they had many rights, which at the time they didn't. Then the feminist movement happened, and unfortunately, there's been a lot of backlashes on gender roles. I don't feel like it's in a positive way because I don't feel like women are that much more free than they were back then. The only difference is that now we have to work and still fulfill the duties that we were supposed to have as women. Back in the day, women weren't being appreciated for being housewives. It's a very important responsibility. That's pretty much what they wanted. They wanted to feel like what they were doing was important and it was a job, and their husbands didn't consider it a job, and society didn't consider it a job, and society just looked at it like this is what you're supposed to do because you were born female. No, but I see in 2013, there's not enough like parents at all at home because both parents have to work. So gender roles have definitely changed. But like I said before, women are still being looked at as, you know, the primary caretaker of the children or the primary cook or the primary maid, pretty much. So I think that sucks. I feel like it should definitely be more of an equal playing field. um for me, like if I'm the person that makes more money than whoever I'm with, like if you have more time, then you should clean and cook. I feel like gender roles nowadays are more definitely more blurred in the gray area. So here we go, 2013, gender roles exist, and women are still getting the short end of the stick. um People like guys will like find out that I know how to cook and they get super excited. Oh, you know how to cook, you know how to clean. It's like, well, if you're gonna look at me in that way, don't look at me wrong. If I'm like, well, then are you bringing home like a bunch of bacon and bread and paper and all that good stuff? It's like as soon as a woman thinks of money, she's wrong. But men always look at women still to this day as somebody to pretty much lie on the back, breed, have, you know, clean up and all this stuff. As far as dating, gender roles definitely make it really difficult because as a feminist and as just a person who I am, it's like I'm growing. Sometimes I do feel like the guy should pay. I think he should pay, like especially if I'm not interested in him. But if I'm more interested in him, then if we go on more dates, then I would pay. Or if I'm in a relationship with a female or a male, whoever has more money should pay or go Dutch. I mean, honestly, there's no strict rules to dating. It's up to you guys. It's just gender roles make it really awkward when it comes to dating and who should pay. Um, so, gender roles are definitely, especially now that homosexuality is only growing. It's like when I was in a relationship with a female, when it came to paying, it wasn't a big deal. Like sometimes she'd pay and sometimes I would pay. So it wasn't horrible. It's just sometimes kind of confusing. Some people who are feminists would be like, oh no, I'm gonna pay for my own dinner because guys will think that I owe them something. But unfortunately, like, guys will still think you owe them something even if you pay for your own dinner. So I mean, I guess it all kind of equals out in the end. Like, you might as well let him pay for your dinner if he's gonna think look at you in a certain way, regardless of what you do. So I believe, everybody should know how to cook and clean. It shouldn't just be a woman's responsibility, and everybody should know how to bring home the bacon. It shouldn't be a man's responsibility. It's 2013, and everybody pretty much has to work, to make a living. It's way too expensive to have a housewife. Um, However, like, I feel like a parent being at home definitely benefits children a lot. So that's just my opinion because I was raised in a single parent home, and I know it was tough on my mom to support four kids, and it would have definitely helped out if she had, a partner to help her. However, so growing up with a single mom, we had to cook, clean, and work. Like, that's how our household was. So, growing up, I wouldn't mind experiencing, something like more traditional just because I never got to experience it. Um, so that's my whole blur on gender roles. Thanks, guys. Have a good week. Bye.